Saluted him. I mean, I was saluted him anyway. The guy's an absolute phenomenon. Listen, I look forward to seeing who's got to play him in the final. We've obviously got a matter of another semi-final first.
Yeah.
Between the two Scandinavians, Afro and Rosenmeier. I'll let you guys take this one from here, but enjoy it. This is a great tournament, great day of FIFA action.
Absolutely. So thank you, Spencer. We'll be moving into this next game, the semi-final number 2. It's going to be Afro versus AggeRosenmeier. AggeRosenmeier, obviously a champion of FIFA in previous years, coming up against Afro, who managed to beat Kurt and arguably maybe shouldn't have beaten him, but it was an amazing comeback. I mean, Kurt, he had such a solid game.
Yeah.
I was really surprised that Afro managed to beat him.
It was one of the more entertaining games we've seen today. Obviously, we thought Kurt was set, ready to book his place in there, but come back, momentum switched, and that was game over for him.
Yeah, so in that situation, what is it that Afro's got to be looking out for? Obviously,
defense.
Yeah,
he concedes goals. Yeah.
From the games I saw from AggeRosenmeier, he really has a strong attacking game. You know, obviously, even the fact that he was playing Robin in that centre midfield in that striker position, almost, he might not be on the maximum chemistry, but he just made him look so good.
Yeah.
It was really surprising to see how well he played on low chemistry. But I suppose when you've got a 91 Robin on your team, you're not really going to expect him to play that badly, to be honest with you.
No, well, even August's body language today, every time he's won a game, he's been doing celebrations towards the camera as well. He's happy, and he's proving a point as well. He looks happy. First time in the knockouts of the Ultimate Team tournaments, is it? Yeah.
So as I said, it looks like he's definitely gone home and done his homework. He knows how to play the game mode. Obviously, it plays a little bit different to head-to-head, and that's where he kind of made his name for. Now he's looking to try and step that up and make his name known in the Ultimate Team circuit, and this is definitely the stage to do it on. So do you think he's got what it takes to go all the way?
I think he does, yeah. He's proven that he can score goals, score nice goals, and a bit of flair in there as well. He might be... I don't know if Gorilla or even Gorilla or August have played each other before, but it could be an interesting matchup. And
I don't think they have, actually. So
no,
that'll be an interesting one. I mean, the thing is, Gorilla came on the scene last year. It was kind of the Gfinity Cinderella story. He came through the online qualifiers, managed to make his way into our first tournaments, and actually went through and won the first one that he played in. And then he went on to win the next Play Like a Legend one that he entered in, and he won the Season 4 as well. So he's fairly new to circuit. Maybe he hasn't played all of the pro players. I'm sure he'll be playing and practicing online. But as far as that's concerned, he maybe hasn't had the chance to play some of these players. So that could go in AggeRosenmeier's favour. Obviously, didn't play a lot of Ultimate Team last year. I didn't see him too much in the FIFA 15 circuit as a whole. So we'll have to see whether that plays into his advantage. But having said that, it's the same for Gorilla. AggeRosenmeier probably hasn't played him. I don't know how much research he's done on Gorilla. So it could be that works in Gorilla's favour.
nice team we're seeing on the screen now as well. Upgraded Aubameyang in form Royce. Bullet. That Robin at striker as well. I'm still going to have to ask him later on what's going on.
Even if he switched it to centre forward, at least Cam, he'd get some more chemistry. He'd still get pretty much full chemistry off that Robin. So.
Yeah, he couldn't change the Robin anyway now because of the competition rules.
It might be that he's had a Robin in there. It might be that he could have had a different midfielder sitting in that position, and he's had Robin up front on his own, and then just thought before this competition starts, you know what, I'm actually going to decide to put Aubameyang up front on his own, and then, you know what, because I can do, I'm going to stick Robin in behind him, and he hasn't had time to actually switch out the position that he wants to.
It's a strange one because if I knew that Robin wasn't on full chemistry, in the back of my head, and I'm sure a lot of players back of the head do, would think, he's not on full chem. If he's on full chem, would he have finished that? But then again, every time he's been put in front of goal, he's actually scored.
Well, the funny thing is, over the years, I think this about so many players, and I'm just like, oh, that guy's not on full chem. He's not going to play to his optimal ability. And then they go and score 4 or 5 goals against me. I'm just like, okay, well, maybe it doesn't matter too much. It might just be, at some points, a mentality thing. I don't know the exact chemistry he'd be on. I guess I'd have to say 6 chemistry, 5, 6 chemistry.
What Robin was on then?
Yeah.
I would say around 3, 4.
Yeah,
it'd be quite low.
And I know there's a certain, is it 7 chemistry is where they get their base stats on their card, and then anything above that, they start to get a boost in their overall stats.
That's something that even I'm not clued up on because EA don't let you know about that. So it's basically guesswork. But it's a nice play here by August, feeling up the attack and getting in there by the looks of it as well.
Go cross in from Aggie, and that's an early goal. No, it's going to be called offside. Robin getting into the thick of it. I mean, I saw Robin, how he unleashed him against some of his other opponents, and if he plays like that, well, you can't really argue that the chemistry's not doing the job for him.
Well, to be honest, maybe if Robin was on full chem, it might not have been offside. That's the type of thing, you know?
True. That's very, very true. So, Hullet looking to pick that one up. Nagy had a nice little start there. Also try and continue that momentum. Afro, obviously. But they call him, he has a late start to his games, it seems like. He definitely performs the best in the later stages of the game. As we saw him make that tremendous comeback against Kurt. Someone who we were actually thinking could go all the way to win this one. But unfortunately, fell short to Afro in the end.
I don't think Afro will want to chase a game again. That must take you out of you, especially the game before the final. Well, there's actually 2 games before the final. And if he gets there, you really don't want to be going the distance or even trying to fight back the 4-goal deficit that it was before.
Oh yeah, because I mean, I think we had this kind of conversation before. I remember last season, Ty Walton actually had a couple of games that went all the way. They went to I think he had 2 or 3 games in a row that went to extra time, and they went all the way. And at that point, it just takes out of you. That's a lot of FIFA. That's a lot of concentration sitting there playing a game. And it's, you know, like me and you, we're sitting at home, we can sit and play FIFA for hours and, you know, still maintain a decent level of concentration. But this is a tournament where there's a lot of money on the line. You have to be at your optimum ability and concentrate at your fullest for a long period of time. And that's really draining. And to be keeping that kind of concentration level for that long is hard. I mean, you play this competitive FIFA against some of these players, especially against some of the best. It's hard to maintain that concentration.
I'm so tired after playing one game. Usually I would just play seasons. It's alright, you can play a few games of that. Going to like a game against Gorilla, even a TAS I played recently as well, and the concentration level you got to do to try and outskill him or just stop him from scoring, it is ridiculous, and it feels like it goes on forever as well.
Oh. Let's see what's happening here. Afro on the attack. Can he keep that one in? Neymar does, in fact, keep it in. Aggie with a great challenge there. Actually injures Neymar there. So he's going to be unhappy about that. Probably asking him to kick the ball out and show some good manners, but I don't think he's going to be showing too many good manners so far. He wants that money. He wants that place in the grand final. Aggie not able to skill his way around Afro this time. Afro looking for someone down the line. No one going to be home. Pinging that ball around the park like it's made of some sort of flotation device. I don't know. Beach volleyball. It looked very easy, so Aggie pushing forward. Great challenge from Afro.
No one's settled down in this game properly yet. Be interesting to see what the first attack is and the first goal.
Forward. Aggie wins that aerial battle. He moves for Royce on the ball. Obviously in form, Royce. It's nice to see a change in some of the players. I'm quite interested to see his team. I quite like it. It's a nice array of players, not the usual Ronaldo kind of setup. Ronaldo Bale we've seen quite a few times today. Bellarabi and I'm tired. Bellarabi and Royce on the wings with Aubameyang up front. Aubameyang actually opting to be most people's kind of substitute player rather than someone that they start with.
Yeah, I was still blown away by Sean's choice of playing Vardy, and it wasn't even the record breaker Vardy either. It was
what was it?
75, 76 rated gold, whichever one it is.
And just the regular one.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's just didn't have enough coins or something, but he just put the regular Vardy in there, and Harry Kane in the centre midfield. Even though he did change the team, some interesting choices made by some of the players. Mind the correct ones made by some, because as you know, Sean's out of the tournament.
Yeah, I was speaking to Sean earlier, and he was like, all the, you know, when I play in FIFA tournaments in the past, especially like the ESWC, where he actually, I think he came second at that one. He said, I play the wide formations. They always work for me at LAN events. And then online, especially for this game, the more narrow formations seem to work well for him. I can't remember what was he doing. He was playing a 4-4-2 formation.
He was playing the 4-4-2, but then moving to a
4-3-1
4-3-1.
4-3-2-1 or something.
Yeah, I think it was the 1-2, and I think it was from input from Gorilla. So I think Gorilla got him knocked out of the tournament. That's how you eliminate him without even playing him, you know.
But he was saying that the narrow formations worked for him online, but they didn't seem to work for him today. And he said that he knows that's the problem that he had. So from the sounds of it, he's going to go home and try and experiment with more wider things again. I was talking to him, and it seems like he might opt back for that 4-2-3-1 formation. See what I don't want to give away his tactics, but
no, well, I think he needs to get a new training partner as well, because I honestly think Gorilla's like eliminated one of the competition.
Oh, I wouldn't help someone I was training with. I want them to mess up, especially if there was someone I was like very afraid of losing to. It'd be like, yeah, do you reckon it was him who said stick Kane in the midfield and Vardy up front?
Yeah, but it was sat there going, Harry Kane in the middle. I bet that's awesome, sniggering behind his back. You should even try that Jamie Vardy kid. He's pretty good.
So those are the two kind of picks that I would pick. I'd be like, yeah, I like Harry Kane in real life. He's a good guy, and I like Jamie Vardy. I respect him. You know, all the things that he says and some of those things that we can't repeat on the stream. And it's like that's the kind of banterous team that I'd put together. I wouldn't expect someone to do it on the pro scene. So
no, if Sean comes back to the next one. And he'll
have record breaker Vardy then.
I reckon he'll have Colo Toure at the back or something. And then you'll know. Then you'll know that Gorilla's got an input.
Right, so Ibra's going to actually be brought on by Aggie. Is that no? It's Afro who's bringing him on as well as Bale. I think that was.
Yeah, it's the same changes he made in the other game.
So we'll see how that pans out for him. Obviously, with Ibra in the middle, he can start to ping the ball in a bit more. Have more of an aerial threat, a bit more strength, someone to hold the ball up. Ramirez being brought on, strengthen out the midfield a little bit more. As well as Aggie's bringing on Gareth Bale, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Paul Pogba.
Yeah,
so
strong attacking players.
Yeah, also trying to get more physical players onto the pitch. I think that might be where he's finding he lacks a little bit in his game. So here comes Afro. Zlatan tries to thread that ball through. No one's going to find it. No. Still a stalemate. And the deadlock is firmly locked, 0-0 at this point. What do you reckon these two guys need to do to kind of separate themselves?
Score a goal.
Apart from that.
Hold possession a little bit more, get more chances as well in the final third. But it still feels as if they're like not pressuring each other yet. I'm sorry if I keep saying about the goals, by the way. It's just on there on a plate. So.
Let's see, Aggie just playing this one around, waiting for his opportunity to strike. Aggie obviously been in these situations plenty of times before. He knows what it takes to win. Just waiting for the right time to pounce.
Not much has happened in this game. I'm just trying to think back at some chances, and there's not even been any clear-cut ones yet, has there?
Apart from the offside decision in the opening moments, it's been pretty much a dead game since then. Been a couple of chances that have gone wide or over the bar, but nothing too serious. However, we do have a free kick for Afro here. He's actually sticking Gareth Bale on it. Is he going to go for the shot? Bale picks that up, not opting to go for the shot. Pogba plays it into Vidal. Vidal slips it through. Afro has taken the lead against AggeRosenmeier. The battle of the Scandinavians goes in the Swedish camp. He's got a game on our hands.
Yeah, he's been a quiet contestant all day, hasn't he, as Afro? He keeps getting the goals, and could be a surprise one. He seems to be countering the way August plays as well, which we've not seen from August so far. It's usually been dominant victories.
Afro firmly in that driving seat. Someone I didn't know too much about before this tournament, but I certainly know who he is now. Aggie trying to push forward, but no, Afro's not having any of it. Shuts him down, and that's going to be a throw on. See what Aggie has to make of this. Hasn't got a lot of options here. He's got to bring some players towards him. Tries to go for the one anyway. Afro doesn't let him have it, but this is dangerous from him, pinging that into his own box. Could have paid for that one. Here comes the man, AggeRosenmeier. Looking for the opportunity. Quick passes here. Doesn't get the final one off, and Afro's on the attack. Tries to turn back inside, but Vieira too strong for him. Ronaldo with a fake shot round him. Can't make his way past that defender. I believe that's going out for a corner. Aggie takes it short. Looking for the options. He's going to run into the box. See if he can bait out a tackle. Vieira finds the ball, fake shots round. He's still got possession of the ball. What a strong man. Ball rolls inside. Afro makes the best of it and pushes it out.
Yeah, and he's continuing to play the way he's playing in Afro. He was doing all right, took the goal. He stepped off the accelerator a little bit and has let August get in and start playing.
Pogba. Step over. Plays it inside once again. Ramirez finds Gareth Bale.
Good tackle.
Good tackle from Aggie, and that's going to be a offside decision. Oh, 70 minutes gone in this first leg. Aggie is 1-0 behind to Afro. Still got another leg after this, obviously. Aggie's looking to create something for his team. Afro pushing forward. Aggie once again taking the ball off him. Here comes Hullet steaming down that left-hand channel. Trying to outdo the defender, but doesn't make it happen. He takes the ball off him calmly.
Just thinking, actually, that was the first goal that August has conceded in 3 games.
Wow.
Maybe more than that. So it'll be interesting to see if he can come back from behind. Obviously, we've seen Spencer do it, haven't we? Convincingly.
Aggie pushing forward. Ronaldo receives the ball. Afro actually just body checking him like it's ice hockey or something. Pings the ball up the field. Gareth Bale receives it on the end. Cuts inside, gets the right side of him. Pushes through to the side of the box. Cuts inside, heel to heel. Can he find the final end product? No, Aggie again deals with it this time. And now he's pushing forward. Now's his chance. After all the players are committed up the field, he can really counter-attack, but again loses the ball. Here comes Afro one more time. Pogba plays it into Neymar. Neymar with a scoop turn outside. Vidal, so tired, he's running his socks off right now. Aggie picks up the ball, he's off on the attack. Gareth Bale pings the ball forward. Here's Ronaldo, lovely touchdown, tries to cut inside, but no, Boateng's not going to fall for it, and he deals with that expertly. 8 minutes left in this first leg. Afro just looking to see the game out. Wisely just toying with Aggie, asking him to come and pick the ball off him. Dribbling with it and not really committing too much to it. Here comes Gareth Bale. Great.
Broken through.
Does 2 players. Can he do the third? No. Big tackle there from Boateng. Moves forward in an instant. Bale plays it out to Vieira. Vieira, overlapping run from Robin. Robin has picked it up now. Goes on the outside to Gareth Bale. Bale's got a problem here. Can he take on these players? He's trying to cut inside. Still has possession. Hullet looking to chase that one. Afro deals with it again. Really good defensive display from him. Had some shaky defensive performances in previous games, but he's really been rock solid in this first leg. Gareth Bale puts that one out for a throw-in. We're approaching the end of this first game.
Afro's playing very, very dominant here. He's been patient on the attack build-up. He knows he's got the 1-0 lead. Just whether he can hold it for the 90th or even get a second, taking further into the lead.
Aggie tries the through ball to Bale. Neuer's going to collect that one. 2 minutes stoppage time, and here's just where the clock is run down. Bit of a scumbag tactic, but whatever pays the bills at the end of the day.
No, you got to make sure that your team's reset and back into its position before kicking it out. I've been caught out numerous amount of times just by throwing out on the rush. There we are.
There you go. First leg done and dusted. Solid performance from that man, Afro. Aggie obviously not too worried about that one. There's still a whole game of FIFA, and you can see his coach sitting there beside him, trying to urge him on. What does Aggie need to do to get back into this game, Bateson? Apart from score a goal.
Ah, you're lucky. You got me there. Switch up the play. Go to plan B or plan C, because currently the plan he's got working at the moment is running into a brick wall. Very, very good defence by Afro. Not much coming from the attack.
And if you're Afro in this situation, this could be a really great place for him to, put his name out there and become one of those players that people fear in this game. It's a new game. You can obviously cement yourself as one of those pro players who's at the top of the food chain. What does he need to do to see this one out? How is he going to go about his business in this next game? Is it a more defensive game? Does he want to play it as he has been doing so far? Does he want to look for the extra goals?
Continue the way he's been playing. He's been playing patient, playing well, not making that much of a risky pass as well, which we have seen a lot of people do even when they've been in front. point proven in the previous game that he played against Kurt, where Kurt went for the risky passes and tried to get the extra goal, and obviously lost momentum. As long as he can keep his head straight, he'll be fine. But August is dangerous.
He is very dangerous. He can make goals out of nothing. I want to see maybe August put a little bit more emphasis on the wing play. I think he tries to go down the middle quite a lot, and in some cases it's working out. He gets himself in a position, but the defense is sat so far back, he's not really gaining anything from it. I'd like to see him maybe use the wings, try and push up there, get a cross in if he can possibly do that, or try and push it up the flank, up the byline, and see if he can get something going from them with a ball across the face of goal.
Yeah.
See what he can make from that.
Well, he's been all right today as well, because he's mixed up every single goal that he's gone with. Not very basic, like the near post shots have been actually mixed up very well. If he can get inside the area, that's where he might cause damage, but currently he's been pushed away just outside.
On the other side, I like to see Afro really utilise that possession game that he's been trying to lock the game out towards the second half. In the second half, he was really holding possession of the ball, making these correct passes for himself. And if he switched to a formation that led to that in the midfield, he could really start to see this out and kind of put Aggie in a situation where he's got to go on tilt a little bit more. You can see Aggie shaking his head there, just thinking over what he's about to do in this next leg and see what it is he needs to do to see it out. So, final will be Gorilla versus the winner of this game. Is it going to be AggeRosenmeier from Denmark, or is it going to be Obi Afro from Sweden? And obviously the loser of this will be meeting Brian in the third and fourth playoff for £1,000.
Directly after this as well, isn't it?
Directly after this.
Yeah, straight into the game.
You think is going to be pulling this one out? I'm gonna say Aggie is pulling this one out. I think he's got the experience and the gameplay to do it. If he switches his mentality and his tactics up, I think he could pull this out. But at the moment, he wasn't finding too much success with what he was doing in the previous games. He needs to switch it up a little bit, and he could pull himself out.
Well, he was finding no success, was he, going through the middle? Even when he went out wide, Afro kept him quiet then as well. It's going to be an interesting 90 minutes of this game. One goal between them, anything can happen. Even if it's a mistake, one defensive error lets August in, gets him his confidence, and could push on and win.
And Afro, on the flip side, he's been defending really well. In the previous games I've seen him play, he's not had the most convincing of defensive displays. It's been good enough to beat players, but it hasn't been spectacular. But in the last game, it was really solid. What was it that he was doing differently?
I'm not actually sure what he was doing differently. I couldn't really tell what was going on in that game either.
The defense almost looked like they were on a string almost. They never lost their shape. He wasn't having people brought out of position. He just maintained a really solid line. And that's all you got to do. He might have been playing a more defensive setup. He might have had defensive instructions on his players. But either way, that defense was really rock solid. He made sure that he kept the line, didn't let Aggie in behind him or create too much in front of the space. And he held it out. And the one opportunity he got to score, he managed to put it away.
Yeah, it was a very nice finish as well. Afro's a different player compared to what we've seen in the previous two rounds, where he's conceded quite a few goals, chasing the game as well. But he's doing absolutely fine now. They're just about to get into the game as well. It's going to be interesting to see what 90 minutes holds for August. Obviously, he's got a little bit more to try, proving a point. Not made it into the finals yet. And 90 minutes away from getting 2 goals and heading into the final.
Jumping into the game very soon, you see that team. If I came up against that team, I'd be very worried for myself. But, I mean, Afro's really doing well to hold it out. There are some fearsome players in there. That midfield is stacked. Absolutely stacked. So, it's going to be a tough task for Afro to see this out. He's coming up against a former world champion with a team that has been sculpted out of marble, you would have to say. It's that good. We're just setting some instructions. Obviously, I talked about it earlier, is that a lot of players, they'll pick a formation that kind of allows the players they want in the team, and then they can opt to change it once the game starts. They'll move players into certain positions and sort it out for themselves. We saw earlier Future Guinness, who was playing at striker. Maybe not your most optimal striker and having Ronaldo and Bale on the wings, and instead he decided to push him back to a cam position where he's probably best suited than having Ronaldo and Bale up top. And obviously the chemistry's not affected once you start the game and you make changes in-game. So, we are starting the second leg. Afro's 1-0 up in this affair. It's up to Aggie to pull this back if he can do. And he's off to a good start. Very aggressive start. Aubameyang slips through. He puts it in. 2 minutes in. And we've got a game on our hands. Once again, I'm more excited than a reception kid who has just turned up to school. He's got his Power Ranger lunchbox and he's showing all his new friends it. That's how excited I am.
That's a bit of a weird terminology. For a goal on FIFA to talk about a Power Ranger lunchbox?
Yeah.
Something you had as a
Power
kid?
Rangers.
Do you know if that as a kid?
I don't know.
Interesting start to the
Actually,
game.
I think it did, yeah. Oh my...
Augustin scored once, and back on level terms. So all Afro's hard work, he went for shielding and out at the last game, has just completely gone out the window.
Well, let's see what he's got to answer for the rest of the 90 minutes that we have to play. As it stands, obviously, we'll all go to a silver goal if no one can break the 1-1 deadlock that we see ourselves at right now. Right, Aggie pushing that ball forward, and Afro is on the attack. And the ball has fallen loose, and it's just going to be a bit of a ping-pong situation where the ball's going to be lost a little bit as they start to settle themselves down. Alaba running up the wing. August gets the ball back. He's now running down the wing. Here comes Aubameyang. Obviously, that inform 86 Aubameyang. Looking for someone in the box. He's going to go for the cross. Finds Bellarabi, who finds Royce, puts it wide. So it's a corner.
It's a bad shot, that one.
Comes across, well headed out by Afro. It's picked up once again by Royce. Royce swings that one in, just goes over the head of Boateng, and that's going to go out for a throw-in to Afro. Boateng pinging that one over to teammate David Alaba. Caught in possession, and that is going to be a throw-on to Afro.
August is looking like a different person as he's come into this game. Very aggressive now on the attack, getting the ball back, chasing it, getting it well, and not giving time for Afro to settle on the ball, which he was towards the end of the last game.
Here he goes. August tries the shot with Robin, but doesn't get it off quick enough. Aubameyang picks up. Royce goes for the shot. It goes wide. 1-1 still on the scoreboard. Here comes across. Royce plays it into the middle. It goes over. Hullet picks it up. Can't find the goal. Vieira's picked it up. Can he find someone with a better opportunity to take the shot? Back heels to Alaba. Vieira picks it up again. Fake shots. Looking for a cross. Finds Aubameyang. It's saved by Neuer.
I think that could be save of the day so far, that one.
Spider-Man-esque that one was.
Afro's definitely going to have to get his thinking cap on, because recently he's just letting August get all the chances and obviously get the goal as well.
Bullet picking it up. Strong, meaty challenge there from Afro. Pings it forward. Cuadrado has the ball. Hernandez pushing forward. Neymar on the opposite side. Good working of the space. Neymar goes down. Is that a penalty? No, it's a free kick. Ooh,
that could have been a cheap
close
one to get that as well.
Luis Suarez, obviously great free kicks on him. Is he going to go for the goal, or is he going to play it short? Plays it short in the end. Neymar plays it to Alaba. Alaba can hit them if he wants to. Hernandez has got it. Tries to find the shot. Neymar picks it up. Suarez picks it up. It's not going to happen. Here comes August on the counter-attack. Aubameyang. And he's off like a rocket, moving down this right-hand side. Cuts it back, finds Patrick Vieira, who's only got one option in the centre. Finds Royce out, and it's pinged forward. Here goes Bellarabi, and no! It's squared forward. Neuer picks that one up. It's 1-1 still.
Looking back at Afro's chances, there was so many opportunities for the players to fall over. At least 3 or 4 then. Could have got that penalty, took it back to 2-1. Would have been a different, and then obviously August going on.
Can't promote diving, Bateson.
I'm not saying no. I'm saying get penalties, easy goals. You know, we haven't actually seen that many today, have we?
No, actually, I think we've seen
2, yeah, 2 or 3.
Ball played forward. Accepted by Afro. Afro looking to push forward. Does manage to pick up the loose ends. Finds the ball. No, August takes that one away from him. Trying to push that one forward. Afro deals with it well. And it has come loose, but he's going to pick that one up. And Neuer's going to clear that to the semicircle.
If only Robin was on full chem, who knows what might happen with that touch.
Just gonna slate him forever.
I'm gonna ask you.
What if he wins the tournament? What are you gonna say?
Well, it's like you and Griezmann.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know, I'm just curious as to why he's not changed it. It may just be down to me if we got.
On, here comes Afro. Now he's going to have that one go out for a throw-in, and he's going to pick it up. Alaba on the ball now. Plays it inside to Hernandez. Hernandez loses that one. August again loses it. Alaba's picked it up. Looking inside. Vidal has possession. Alaba. Step over. Goes outside. Free kick going in the favour of Afro. Neymar on this one. Plays it short. Chiellini on the ball. Here's Vidal. Alaba. Ball roll inside. Suarez has the ball. Goes near post. Just goes wide. Definitely trying to take his opportunities where he can. That's what I like to see is people, they get half a chance, they'll actually go for it. They're not waiting for this perfect opportunity that might not come. Afro. Oh, he is going to have someone suffer an injury there. Have to get him up as soon as possible. Otherwise, he's just dead weight, really, at that point.
Yeah, injuries aren't really a thing which I find affect the player. They usually get back on and get on with it. Just after the game, when you've got to put a healing item on, that's the only problem I find.
Aubameyang. Moving down this right flank. Is taken away by Boateng. Quickly 180s it to Suarez. Is Alaba. Boateng. Again to Alaba. Nanez has possession of the ball for August. Quick pass is being executed here. Hullit's got it.
He's
Plays
off.
it to Robin. Robin not quite fast enough to get to that one. Maybe if we've had that full chemistry, we would have got to it. Approaching half-time here in the second leg. One apiece in this game. As it stands, we'll be heading to a silver goal extra time situation. There you go. So Bateson, apart from scoring some goals, what have these guys got to do? I mean, what August done really well, came out with a new mentality, played a bit more aggressive. He's really utilising the flanks, which is something that we said that he should be looking to exploit for himself a bit more. Afro's done a good job of, you know, attacking where he can. The passes have been excellent when it comes to the final third. He's just not been able to put the ball in the back of the net. How should they change this?
Looking at the body language of both of them, they both look nervous, but don't want to overcommit, you know, and slip up because there's only 45 minutes left. Basically, a quarter left of the whole fixture.
I feel like a cross-header is going to be what separates these two guys. And I feel like it's this Zlatan Ibrahimovic difference. Goes for the turn, doesn't happen for him. You see in the top left, changes coming out of these players. Very typical ones we've seen through the tournament from these boys. August in possession. Moving up the left-hand side of the pitch. Got Zlatan on as well. Okay. Or am I seeing things?
No, keep an eye on that one. Ronaldo there.
Oh. Or is that Bale?
Yeah, Bale was usually one who got on, wasn't he?
Now he's got this throw-in. Got no one to help him, though. Robin's looking inside. He's also got Pogba in support. Pogba picks it up. Nagy has lost possession. Here comes Afro. Bale on the ball. Taken away by Patrick Vieira. Frenchman moving down the right-hand side. Plays it back, and he picks it up again. Here comes the cross. Can there be a header? No, it's dealt with by Afro. Afro moves out. Pings that one forward. Neymar is hunting that one down. Alaba in pursuit. Plays it into Zlatan. Zlatan's got it. Does a heel chop.
Unlucky.
Not going to work, though. August takes that one away from him. Hullit is pushing forward on this left-hand side. Cuts back inside, but Afro reads it like a book. Moving forward, Zlatan does not get the end of it. And here comes August. Quick 1-2 passes from the boys. It's split to Robin. Robin at the near post. Can't put it away. Had he had full chemistry, you might have to say he put it away.
Yeah, it wasn't even a deflection or anything, that one. It was a bit of a bad miss. Bad choice to go on the weak foot.
Afro trying some skills. Doesn't work. Goes out for a throw-in. Neymar's got the ball. Nice throw-in Ends up in Alaba's possession. Alaba taken down. Bayern Munich man. He's going to take the throw in. Looking for his options. He's got one on the right. I think he wants to try and upset him and go down the middle though. Quick 1-2 passes. Here it comes Zlatan pushing forward. Neuer on the volley. Very scary moment. Manages to get it clear. And here comes August. What were you going to say? Sorry.
I've forgotten now. I think he was. I think he was waiting on the throw-in for the one of the players to move into position, so he could do that nice passing play. Then it would have worked off if Ibra had continued running as well.
Pings the ball forward. Gareth Bale on the hunt. He's got 5 players to beat. Too much to ask to go past as he ends up failing at the first hurdle.
It's honestly looking like this is priming up for a silver goal.
It is going for a silver goal, and I think my bedtime is probably calling me soon. So let's hope this concludes soon. Here comes Gareth Bale!
And as soon as I say that,
puts it in the back of the net.
August back in the lead. Pressure off. Pressure on Afro.
He clearly heard I've got a bedtime at 24 years old and has taken sympathy on me as he pushes forward. Absolutely walks by Abate like he doesn't exist and puts it away. 2-0 in this leg, and we've got a 2-1 affair on aggregate to the man August Rosenmeier. Denmark in the lead.
Nice goal as well. It's the first time I've actually seen August do a goal like that one. And he may have scored one, but obviously I missed it. But it was a simple near post finish after a breakaway.
Changes are going to be coming out here.
From August, I think.
Yeah.
Not from...
Might be playing a more defensive situation. We actually see it. He's making some changes here. Doesn't look like he's making substitutions, however. Just some changes to the instructions, asking them to play a much more defensive style. Telling his forwards, though, to get in behind and see if they can upset him. See how this one goes. No changes coming out from the man, the Swedish man, Afro.
18 minutes left, is it? No, 22 minutes left. What are you thinking? What would you do?
If I was who? Even?
Yeah.
If I was Afro, I'd be looking to put more bodies up front. The thing is, he does well to get the ball up the pitch. It's just about putting the ball in the back of the net. If he can get those opportunities, he should be doing it. I mean, he's got Zlatan up front. I'd probably hit the wings and see if I can put it on his big head. Try and put it in, because at this point, he's struggled to break him down properly. He's only scored 1 goal in the 2 games of FIFA. So you need something to go your way, and maybe fortune might favour the brave if he does go for it. Whereas Aggie, I'd probably do what he's doing, play a bit more defensive. You've got 20 minutes. You don't want to go full-on defensive and find yourself constantly under pressure like you might find here. But he definitely wants to maintain the fact that he could easily let this slip if he's not too careful. What about you?
No, they're both doing well. Even with Afro, he may have conceded 2 goals this game. He's still dangerous on the attack, but just August is shutting him down. So maybe that extra ball roll, extra shimmy may get him in and may get a goal.
Vidal finds Alaba. Alaba plays it to Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale tries to turn inside. Again, August reads it. Tries to clear it. He's trying to pass it out. Not the best thing to do when you're 1 goal up with 40 minutes left, but he has been fortunate enough to get away with it. Here comes Ronaldo. Just wasting some time as much as he can. He sent 2 men to pressure him down. That's when mistakes and holes are found in the defence. Aggie just toying with him now. He's trying to bait him in. Got to be careful here. That's a dodgy pass, but it does make its way to Ronaldo. Ronaldo again turns inside. This is where Afro really needs to start making some headway here. He does manage to get the ball back. You've got to go now, Afro. This is your time. You've got to get the goal back if you want to stay in this competition. Pogba on the ball. Got lots of men in support. Almost loses it out, though. Ball's played up the field. Vidal has possession. Plays it to Pogba. Pogba looking on the overlap. Here's Alaba. Can we see a cross? No, he's going to go through the middle. Vieira tries the quick back heel. It's intercepted by AggeRosenmeier. Aggie is on the attack now. 7 minutes left in this game. We could be seeing a wondrous grand final here.
He just needs to run it down now. Keep the ball like he's doing, but obviously not making a mistake like that, because as soon as you start inviting mistakes on, anything can happen.
Ramirez has the ball. Plays to Vidal. Vidal finds Alba. Alba finds Ramirez. Ramirez still got it. Here's Gareth Bale. It's not going to go in. Norris saves it. He can't get the rebound, and Aggie lives to fight another day. You've got to be saying he is sighing with relief right now in that booth. My goodness, he saw his grand final hopes and dreams literally on the cusp of being ripped away from him.
9 out of 10 times that would have gone in. Unfortunately, he got the 1 out of 10.
Aggie, quick passes. He's found himself in a great position. Robbins picked it up here. He's just got to run it into the corner flag. 2 minutes of stoppage time remain in this game. Aggie is looking like he's set his book. He's set his tickets for the final against Epsilon Gorilla. Got an open Ronaldo in the middle. Ronaldo's picked it up. He's going to find Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale plays it back, and there it is. The final whistle goes. AggeRosenmeier is meeting Epsilon Gorilla in the grand final of the Play Like a Legend Championships 2016 Season 1. Let's see what it is that these two will have to offer. Obviously, Afro's going to be going down to the 3rd and 4th playoff against Brian, playing for a grand each. Aggie has guaranteed himself $2,000 along with the man Epsilon Gorilla, but they'll be fighting it out for 4,000 very shortly.
Yeah, no celebration from August, which we've seen for the past 2 games. Yeah.
He's not won it yet, so I don't think we'll see any celebration until he's actually got a trophy in his hand, a check for $4,000, which it could well happen. You know, it could well happen. He's got one man standing in his way, a hell of a man, who goes by the name of Huge Gorilla.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't actually think it's as clear cut as we think it could be, because Rosenmeier has pretty much dispatched of anyone that stood in his way.
With August, that game, though, he seemed very human.
Yeah.
He struggled with the way Afro was playing, but obviously when you get Spencer running at you, clinical finisher, it'd be interesting. And if August is asked to chase the game again, whether he can do it or not, we'll have to wait and see.
Definitely. I mean, it's going to be a great final. There's a couple of people you could have argued deserved a place in this final, but I don't think you can argue that these two didn't.
No.
Huge Gorilla, definitely. Rosenmeier, he's come out of a great offline reputation, non-Ultimate Team reputation, but never really done it in Ultimate Team. Today, he has done it.
Yeah.
And you've got one match left. Either way, if he doesn't end up winning it, apart from the fact he also gets $2,000, he also gets a big kind of increase in his reputation in the Ultimate Team.
Yeah, within the Ultimate Team side of things, for sure.
Should we take a look at the final bracket just to see how we've got to this final stage? You can see there, there's a 3rd place decided to happen. That's going to happen simultaneously with the final. We're just going to be watching the final between AggeRosenmeier and Epsilon Gorilla. Look at that, Epsilon Gorilla winning 6-4. What a game that was. I said it was going to be a good game, guys.
Oh, it was a very good game,
and it's probably one of the best games in terms of high scoring, 10 goals split almost evenly. And then Afro, obviously, quite unlucky to lose 2-1 to Aggie. Went 1-0 up. But Aggie got back in it, and fair play to him. Aggie has not conceded many goals. He's conceded 1 goal in the last 6 legs of FIFA in this series. I mean, that's are we seeing the best defence against the best attack?
Could be.
Yeah, it could be an interesting one, this one. Yeah.
The question is, I mean, it's always the same for Huge Gorilla. I don't think you'll be able to stop him scoring. No. I don't think Rosenmeier will. It's a question of how many Rosenmeier can score against him.
But with August as well, he's not really used to conceding goals. And it's going to be a given. Spencer's going to score goals, but it's whether he can keep fighting back, or even if August does take the lead and then Spencer keeps coming back, how long can he do it for? It'd be an interesting matchup. Yeah. It's been looking like it's going to be on the cards all day. I obviously never chose this matchup, but
we're going to reveal our predictions after the final, obviously, to see who got the most right, if anyone got them completely right, because we predicted a winner and a runner-up, of course. Don't forget as well, if you're watching on the Xbox Live Event player and you fancy getting yourself some of the players that we've seen at these guys' disposal today, some of the legends, some of the big names, some of the Team of the Year players, I mean, there's so many. You can do that. You can get yourself some FIFA points by clicking on the screen now if you're watching on the Xbox Live Event player, and you don't even have to leave this broadcast. You can keep watching it and get yourself some points and play them on FIFA when you're next on the game. Open some packs, maybe get yourself a Team of the Week from this week. Cheeky, Inform Vardy, Inform Thiago Silva. There's some great players available. Listen, we're going to have a quick break now. When we come back, it's going to be the final of Season 1, Play Like a Legend. I can't wait for it. See you soon.